You get to choose every day if you're going to blame, point your finger outside yourself for your demise, your lack of actions, your poor decisions, your misjudgments, even your fuck-ups. Even when you choose comfort over discomfort. When you judge others, whether you voice it or just do it in your head. Looking down on people, or you get to be all in your power as a sovereign being. Even in a world that's not fair and seems full of holes. In fact, I think a lack of full self-honesty is far bigger a problem than people who use their power for bad because no one else is in their power because they've rendered themselves all powerless, unable to do anything then. So the baddies win. They've taken the pill of righteousness, but it comes at that cost. You don't get to have both blame and your power that's generatable only from you. You're either in your power or you're out of your power. You're either in blame or you're entirely accepting. And that goes whether you're a good or bad or right or wrong person. If you choose to be out of your power, you'll find even more to blame and constantly be given more experiences to victimize yourself over. And self-pity becomes a default addiction. Only the good suffer, after all, don't they? If suffering is tied to goodness, then because you won't be bad or wrong, suffering is the natural consequence of believing that. So this is the source of much self-inflicted suffering on the planet and creating an entire destiny of misery that gets passed around like a totally avoidable disease as if it's noble to suffer because it's proof you're a good or right person. As if fairness is a part of nature when it's not. What if your goodness wasn't even a question? What if it didn't mean the alternative is bad, wrong, and guess what? You're going to go to hell. Which is just fear of abandonment. Because you're going to be so abandoned, you're going to go to hell. It's like, anyway, blame is certainly the opposite of nature. We're not owed a single thing. We have to make it what we want it or pretend we don't have choice with hundreds or thousands of choice points that we actually do have every single day, even how we perceive or think. It's okay to do nothing, but it's not anyone else's fault if you do nothing. You don't have to turn blame on yourself. That's not the answer either. Instead, you can accept yourself in all that you are, knowing you are imperfect, not fearing that you are. You actually are not perfect because that's how it goes. Power will start to enter your being again if you do that. So history has caused women to be so terrified of abandonment, they'll do anything to be liked and accepted, even if it means becoming like those around them that they don't even like. So no longer able to recognize who they've even become in the process of goodness validation, even if they're only hoodwinking themselves. The fear of what if is entirely self-fabricated. No one actually cares if you're perfect or not. In fact, if they truly cared or matter for the right reasons, then you'll be easier to love, more beautiful to them, a better role model to them of acceptance, and therefore coming into their own power. if you aren't judging or blaming them or yourself. Acceptance is what's needed more for self and others. Power is the reward, not in a negative, dominating way, as the word is usually applied, but in an inner freedom that creates a whole different world and results and outcomes and equilibrium on the inside. Full responsibility and accountability is part of easier success. Own yourself fully, or it's all outside of your control. Not just the nice, perfect bits, though. That doesn't mean you got to share those bits with anyone. You don't have to share this. You just know. So not owning your own perceptions, which you initiate inside of yourself, not someone else, can't blame, where you too are not perfect, right? Own the perceptions of how you see others who are not good enough or not perfect. This is why so many are destined to fail at life, relationships, and business, and destined to suffer a miserable existence. Not easy to hear, not easy to do, and worth it to reclaim your power. How do I know? Because I was a pathetic, whingy, whiny, complaining, blaming, who believed I was owed fairness. I should be appreciated. I should be respected. I should have this done. I should not have this done to me. I was shoulding all over people, the whole world, and myself. I believed people who told me I wasn't even good enough, believing every blamer, gaslighter, narcissist pointing the finger at me, even good people who didn't know that that's what they were doing. I still believed it. I didn't see their insecurities. Instead, I just believed them. I believed everyone just because they couldn't own their own shit. So you are me, I am you, and we are in this together. Just do your best. Claim it all as yours. And challenge yourself to not blame anything, anyone, anywhere tomorrow for one day. Feel the effects of complete acceptance of self, others, the world, all the what ifs. Just accept acceptance. Feel its effects inside and outside of you. And you will slip up here and there, but you won't want to ever stay there ever again.